As we continue to thaw out from the snow and cold temperatures, a local church helping those in need to get out of these freezing temperatures. And also right now at 4, the man accused of killing a healthcare CEO back in court today as he now faces murder and terrorism charges.
Covering news where you live. This is 5 News First at 4.
And thanks for joining us. I'm Darren Bob. Let's check in now with Chief Meteorologist Scott Covert with more on the weekend forecast. And man, are we looking forward to the weekend and warmer temperatures.
No question about it. Even today, barely above freezing, it felt warm. It's all relative, right? Got some changes I want to show you on live satellite. This is really cool. Notice in Northwest Arkansas, those white colors, that's really not moving. Well, that's actually the snowpack. If you look closely over the last few hours, you can see it more and more and more of it starting to melt off. I think by the next couple of days, we're going to see some real improvements. Now, the other thing that's hard to miss, it's that cloud deck that's been lifting in from the southwest towards the northeast. It's going to get cloudy the rest of this evening, but by tomorrow, sunshine set to return. Right now, it's 33 degrees and warm in Fayetteville, 34 Fort Smith, 35 your temperature, Ozark, Clarksville, down to 34 degrees currently in Poto. We're sitting right at 30 at the airport there in Siloam Springs. As for what we're going to expect when you wake up tomorrow morning, not as cold, but yeah, it's still going to be cold. Teens, Northwest Arkansas, we got some low 20s in the River Valley. A cold start to the day, quickly starting to warm up back into the mid 40s in Northwest Arkansas. How about some 50s on the board? Lots of sunshine to round out the weekend in Northwest Arkansas. Upper 40s tomorrow, likely warming up to right around 60 degrees come Sunday afternoon. And here's the thing. We don't stop warming up until the middle part of next week. That's when we find our next best chance of rain as another cold front arrives. We'll track what it means for us here in just a few.
All right, Scott, thanks. A church in Springdale, meanwhile, going above and beyond to provide warmth and shelter for those in need. 5 News reporter Jose Carranza in Springdale with more.
With temperatures dropping below freezing, Saved by Grace Church here in Springdale has opened its doors to provide warmth for those in need. As Pastor Nathan Porter helps lead the team that has continued to provide warmth this winter. He says they've gradually been helping more and more people, and this week they've seen nearly 60 people every day.
We, as a team, want to show the love that was shown to us to keep us going and to stick by them. And you know, when I went through the rejection, I know how the rejection feels, you know, not to give up on them, to show them that we're not going to give up on them. We're here. We're here. We love you. We care about you. And we're here regardless of what your situation is.
Now, the church says that it is reaching capacity, but other warming shelters like Elmdale Baptist Church are opening their doors to help. Now, if you'd like to help with the mission here at Saved by Grace, all you have to do is stop by and drop off any donations. For now, I'm in Springdale, covering news where you live. Jose Carranza, 5 News.
All right, Jose, thanks. And keep in mind, we do have a list of warming centers in our area on 5newsonline.com. You can text the word warm to the number on your screen there, 785-5000. We will text you right back with the link to that part of our website. New at 4, Washington County Justices of the Peace approving a major pay increase for themselves. Up until now, they made $200 for every quorum court meeting, and now they'll make more than $900. They also make an additional $300 per committee meeting. State law says $19,200 is the max pay that JPs can earn every year. Under this ordinance passed last night, JPs in Washington County will get paid $19,117 if they attend every meeting scheduled this year. District 9 JP Beth Koger says the hope is that more people will be interested in being on the quorum court.
There were several JPs that weren't challenged this last election. And so I think it was JP Rio Stafford and JP Lopez that brought out about maybe we could entice more people to run for JP. And we really need younger people to run as JP from diverse backgrounds because we need their expertise and their insight that a lot of us older JPs might not have.
In the last election, 7 out of the 15 JP elections ran unopposed. The county says the money will come out of unappropriated reserve and will not affect any other county spending. The job cuts being implemented by the president, Elon Musk, and the Department of Government Efficiency are impacting federal workers well beyond Washington, D.C. Erica Brown has more details now from the White House.
Liv Alvarado, a tax examiner at the IRS office in Kansas City, got a call from her office Wednesday night.
They were just like, hey, come in tomorrow and turn all your stuff in. You're no longer with us.
Alvarado was just one of at least 100 let go from the Kansas City office. More than 6,000 IRS employees are expected to be laid off nationwide. She was just 3 weeks short of completing her one-year probationary period.
I wish they would have looked at performance and not just the date I started.
The White House says these government-wide layoffs have been in the works for a while.
There should be no secret about the fact that this administration is committed to cutting waste, fraud, and abuse. The president campaigned on that promise. Americans elected him on that promise, and he's actually delivering on it.
Some lawmakers are now facing backlash from constituents who are concerned the job and spending cuts go too far. Georgia Republican Congressman Rich McCormick faced pushback at a town hall Thursday.
But by and large, the president has great purview over where a lot of this money goes. Now, some of this is going to be litigated. I'll pause whenever you want, and you can go and yell all you want, but I can't understand 10 people, let alone 100 people at once.
A Democrat in McCormick's district says she helped organize turnout to pack the event. Erica Brown, CBS News, the White House.
Oklahoma Congressman Kevin Hern faced similar tough questions during an event in his home district as well. New at 4, the suspect in the deadly shooting of a health insurance executive makes his first court appearance since December. Luigi Mangione appeared in state court today on charges of first-degree murder, terrorism, stalking, and firearms offenses in the shooting death of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson outside that Manhattan hotel in December. Prosecutors laid out evidence, and the judge gave the defense until April to respond. Crowdsourcing has generated more than $500,000 for Mangione's legal fees. CBS News legal analyst Jessica Levinson says if this does go to trial, attorneys will look for jurors that can be impartial, even if they've heard of this case.
We're looking for is people who can walk into that jury box and then later into the deliberation room and say, here's the applicable law. Here are the facts that were presented to me, and I'm going to make a decision only based on that.
Mangione is being held in a Brooklyn federal jail where other high-profile defendants like Sean Diddy Combs are behind bars. In the Middle East, Israeli police investigating explosions on several empty buses outside of Tel Aviv. No serious injuries reported. The ceasefire deal with Hamas could be in jeopardy after Israel says one of the bodies returned by the terror group isn't who they said it is. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has vowed revenge for the, quote, brazen violation of the ceasefire agreement by Hamas. Hamas has pledged an investigation, saying they have no intention of keeping any of the bodies and will follow through with the current ceasefire terms.